Okay, so I'm coming up with a design for organizing crayons, and I've got a 24 pack of Crayola. So what I did is I laid them all out, and I tried to keep the colors showing on the front. That was a little tricky. And then from the back, I taped them together and then made color copies from there. So I made 2 color copies for each container. So the containers I got from the Dollar Tree. So you get 2 in a package for $1.25. And then at the bottom, I'm gonna tape in one of the color copies. Oh, I also laminated them. And then at the top, I'm going to tape on the other one. So you should be able to see the colors at the bottom, and then also you can use the top for a reference if it's being covered up. Okay, so I'm using packing tape, and it is a little noisy, but I feel like this is pretty much the strongest tape you can get. That's nice and clear, it's sturdy, and will last. So right at the bottom of my container, I'm going to tape on the picture, and then the other one I'm going to get wrap into the corners here a little bit. Okay, I probably don't want any of this sticky part sticking out, so I'm just going to fold that over. And this is actually curving up here a little bit too much on the edge. So I'm going to see if I can move that over. Okay, so that's better. Alright, so we've got our 2 guides. And then what I did is I folded up these little pieces of tape to sort of create a divider. So I folded it, and then just let it stick to itself, just to create like a little dividing spot here. Okay, and then I put that in between my reds and my oranges. And then between the orange and yellow. Okay, so that little dividing piece should still be sort of sticking up, and then the other flaps are sticking down onto the picture of the crayons. And then after the blue, let's see, or after the green, before the blue, I should say. And then now this part of my color copy, there was a little bit of space. So I'm just going to make that another divider. And then between my purple here and my blue, pink. And then the rest I just left blank there for now. Okay, might decide I want to divide it up a little more later. In fact, maybe I will. I'm just going to do one more after the brown, even though I didn't do that on my other one. I think probably the more dividers you have, the better. I mean, I think originally I was thinking maybe just dividing each crayon, but that might just get crazy here with the tape. Okay, so then I can just easily add in my crayon colors to match up with the pictures. So when my students are done with their coloring, the idea is for them to be more self-sufficient in their cleanup, help them keep track of the colors, because if you just throw the colors all in one bin, you're gonna get 5 reds in one bin and no reds in the other bins. So I've got my picture beneath it and my picture above as a guide, and then I did see that they are able to slide, so I don't know if I like that, and there is a lot of extra space here too. And of course they are going to break, because that's what happens with crayons, so we'll see how this goes. This is a new idea and I think it looks cute. My thoughts are, if a crayon breaks and we have another one to replace it from my excess bin, you know, you could just use that one. I do have a crayon sharpener too, so that we could keep the crayons sharp. We'll see what it looks like after a week or so of use. Alright, so I hope you have a great day, and I will see you again soon. Please subscribe.